Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. And today we're taking a look at something that just broke, literally just a couple hours ago.
Wow.
We have an article from ABS-CBN News,
Okay.
which for those who don't know is a leading media company in the Philippines. And it's announcing the death of Barbie Hsu,
Oh, wow.
who you may know from the very popular show Meteor Garden.
Right.
So yeah, we're going to dive into this. I know for a lot of fans this is going to be
Yeah.
pretty shocking news.
Yeah.
So the article itself is actually pretty short, but one of the things it mentions
Okay.
is that netizens are already mourning online. So it sounds like this is going to be, quite the reaction to this is going to be pretty big.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Meteor Garden itself was a huge show.
Mm-hmm.
I admit I'm not super familiar with it myself, but for those of you that aren't familiar,
Yeah.
could you maybe give us a little background on the show and kind of what it was about?
Yeah, so Meteor Garden was this romantic comedy drama series, and it was super popular, especially across Asia. And it really kind of captured, I think, a certain kind of youthful energy and spirit that
Right.
really resonated with a lot of people.
Interesting.
And yeah, I mean, it was, I think, more than just a show for a lot of people. It was like a cultural phenomenon.
Wow. And so the article specifically mentions netizens mourning over Shan Cai.
Right.
And so I was kind of curious, like, what is it about that particular role that is making people react so strongly?
Yeah. So Shan Cai was actually the character that Barbie Hsu played in Meteor Garden.
Oh, okay.
So that's kind of the connection there. And I think that's why you're seeing, a lot of the mourning and tributes
Yep.
focused on that character specifically.
That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, and so going back to ABS-CBN, they're a pretty big player in media,
Yeah.
covering TV, digital, all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned that this news is spreading rapidly.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think is the impact of that?
Well, I think with ABS-CBN's reach, this news is going to travel really far and really fast. And I think what's interesting, too, is that with all these different platforms that they have, they're kind of shaping the narrative around her passing, right?
Okay.
So it's not just about reporting the news. It's also about how they're framing it.
Okay.
What kind of images they're using, what kind of tone they're setting. And I think all of that contributes to how people are processing this information and ultimately how they remember her.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out. How people react and everything. So to kind of wrap things up, we have this very sad news, the passing of Barbie Hsu, who played Shan Cai in Meteor Garden.
Yeah.
Obviously a very beloved actress and a role that really resonated with a lot of people. So I encourage everybody to go online, maybe search Shan Cai, Barbie Hsu, see how people are reacting, maybe even reflect on what this news means to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's going to do it for us for today's deep dive. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you next time.
See ya.